Facebook yesterday, up. People are talking about, is the bottom in? Is this it? Is this the time to buy Facebook? I'm not going to go that far. But you can see a 1 month chart on Facebook. And let me tell you, that's one of the few times you're going to see Facebook shares going from the lower left to the upper right-hand column there. Steven Russolillo, my compatriot on the Market Beat blog. You jumped all over this story yesterday, my friend.
Stock was up 6%.
Jumped all over
Oh,
it.
yeah, ready to go.
Is the bottom in?
Is the bottom in? Well, that's the big question. That's the $64,000 question. What I would say is that the stock has had a nice little run up off its lows. So the stock bottomed in early September, September 4th, below 18. It was around 1779.
Unreal.
If you look since then, the stock is up a good 30%. So there's been a big run up now.
And you look, you can see there, that's a 6 month chart. You can see where that bottom is that Steve's talking about. So,
right.
You know,
So
the curve is starting to move upward a little bit.
The curve is starting to move up. People are maybe starting to feel a little bit more confident. And there's a couple of things to look at here. One, traders were pointing to some technical developments. The stock went through its 50-day moving average. That's sort of a technical line in the sand that people look to as to perhaps that's a sign of good things to come. But also there's fundamental reasons too. Over the last few weeks, there have been several things that have happened. Mark Zuckerberg pledged not to sell any more stock over the next year.
And not only pledged, but that interview he had at the TechCrunch conference, I thought it was, not the greatest thing. I thought he sounded a little awkward, but
he is a little awkward. But
he got he got kudos for that.
He got kudos for it. Yes, he got some positive reviews from analysts, and the day after, the stock jumped after that. So there have just been some things here, some small things that suggest that maybe the tide is turning in an upbeat direction. Again, today the stock is down a little bit in early trading, but the broad market is down as well. But so is the bottom in? I don't think there's many people out there that would definitively say, yes, this is the bottom.
Yeah, you can't be seeing what's happened with this stock
exactly,
so far. But maybe even the more interesting question is, forget whether the bottom's in, what is the upside?
What's the upside?
Right now? How far can it go up? I mean, we just saw it, it's at 22 and change. I mean, the IPO price was 38. The high that day was 41 or 42 or something. This stock has a long way to go just to get back to where it was on opening day.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And so if you think that it was accurately priced on opening day, then yet maybe there is upside.
Right.
But I mean, clearly a lot of people think that it wasn't accurately priced. And if you look at just its price to earnings ratio, its valuation, the company is still very expensive compared to its peers. So it's tough to say what the upside is here, but I think right now it is fairly safe to say that the tide slowly may be turning.
And you can see that, look, what we're showing you right now, that is a mobile phone, as I'm sure everyone knows it's a mobile. And they bought Instagram, but that's the thing. Look, this was a web-based product, and they were, for their size, they were kind of a cash cow when they were a private company. Now they're public. They came public at the same time as this mobile thing is totally taking off. It's a big challenge for them, and I still don't know that they've definitively answered that question.
Absolutely.
The mobile question.
The mobile question is huge, and that's actually part of the reason why Zuckerberg got some positive reviews after his speech last week, was because he laid out a generic outline for what the company is going to do for its mobile strategy. And so people saw that as sort of the first clear-cut steps that he's actually announced to the public of what the company is going to do in this new era. As you mentioned, it was a cash cow when it was private, didn't really have to worry about this whole mobile strategy. Right. Now it does. So the fact that they are, showing some signs of what their strategy is going to be was perceived as a positive sign. Now, of course, the question is they have to actually implement it.
It's fascinating that, this is a company that was a quote-unquote disruptive force, and already you're seeing a disruptive force come onto a disruptive force. I mean, it's amazing the pace of change. Will Facebook shares them rising, will this help some of the other social media stocks? What do you think about that?
It's possible. LinkedIn is getting very close to its all-time high, which was set on its first day of trading, which was May 2011. So, that was also, if you looked at some of the other social media stocks, Groupon yesterday was up 11%. They had some news, Groupon coupons, some news about that was announced. So,
you see LinkedIn there. I mean, but LinkedIn is
look at that though.
LinkedIn has been separated from the other social media
stocks. They are sort of the king of the social media stocks.
Right.
Absolutely. So, but you can see though that at 121 now, I mean, that stock has had such a big run up. For much of this year now, and back toward where it was at its high when it jumped on its IPO day, which was in May 2011.
All right, let's leave it there. Steven Russolillo, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Get back to the blog.